And one thing, we do have a super chat from Jay-Z. Apparently Jay-Z is in the chat. It's definitely that one. Definitely that one. Sorry, that super chat was ages ago. I'm just getting to it now, which will give us a bit of a fun one. Where is the source of the Dreadlords in the new zone? And the answer to your super chat is pretty simple. You'll probably find out on the live servers in 2-ish months. You might find out from data mining within 1 calendar month from like hearing this right now. Because if patch 9.0.5 is going to be off the PTR, Blizzard did say at BlizzCon the 9.1 will follow up in the PTR pretty damn soon. So expect that. As for the source of the Dreadlords, that is a bit of a funny one. If I try to put my lore cap on for a second, they're Dreadlords, according to the Q&As. They're not like mini Denathriuses, they're not Venthyr, they're actual Dreadlords. Now that's going to mean that some cosmic shenanigans, some cosmic tomfoolery is going on that's actually got those Dreadlords into this plane of the Shadowlands. Now that opens up a whole can of worms. Did those Dreadlords, are those Dreadlords that died? And then they've went to the pocket dimension of the Shadowlands that is where Dreadlords go. Because if it turns out that Korthia is some weird, the bit where Dreadlords go, just like how maybe the Drust have got where the Drust go, then that's pretty interesting. Because the Dreadlords are these sort of vampiric, very, very, very knowledgeable, deeply ancient, group where, we have a situation right now where the Dreadlords basically know exactly what's going on with everything. There's an old god whisper that I think is a bit reinterpreted now. I'll get to that in a future video. So the thing is that Illidan, in the Illidan novel, completely destroyed their homeworld. And I really got the vibe that the destruction of their archives was like, the burning of the Library of Alexandria, right? This just event that, at least in its place in the WoW canon, is this just tremendous and kind of tragic loss of knowledge that our allies, did, in a way, right? Because Illidan was kind of fighting for the good cause. Illidan did that, but it's like, at what cost? What knowledge have we lost? Steve Denuser told me that the grimoire of the Shadowlands book that's coming up, that has extra cosmic knowledge. Now, the thing is, the Dreadlords are beings that have infiltrated the various different cosmic forces. They've definitely infiltrated light. They're heavily involved in death, as we know, through Denathrius. They obviously completely ran rings around Sargeras. They totally screwed him up. So it's big, because this could be us getting some of that Dreadlord knowledge, and it'll be us seeing these Dreadlords in the new context of World of Warcraft expanding into the cosmos, and this new era of the lore. Now, some people may say retcon, some people may say reinterpretation, reimagining. I think some of that's going on. The Dreadlord's role that they play in the game right now, I think is 100% not what they were in Warcraft 3. But I think the role they're going to serve in the game in the future now is pretty neat. As far as a bunch of cosmic villains go, I think the Dreadlords, and maybe if the brokers are playing a foil to them, I think that would actually be pretty cool.
Yeah, and there's something that I just kind of thought of when you're talking about Korthia and exactly what their relationship with death is. So, Nathrezah was blown up, basically, by portal magic, and most of the Dreadlords were there. If they're allied with death, where that wasn't the end of them, they're going to be somewhere in the Shadowlands, and if they know what the Shadowlands is, like, obviously, if they were, we can assume if they were fully turned demon, they would maybe go to the Nether, but that doesn't seem like the case for all of them. Especially if they're smart, they will have kept enough so free of fel that they could just, oh no, I've died, I'm gone, oh, I'm not going to report to my leader. That kind of thing.
And whenever they die, they're going to get the VIP package. Whenever they land in the Shadowlands. Maybe that's Korthia. As well, we were told that Korthia is this ancient, kind of like a bit lost and weird realm of the Shadowlands that's being pulled in by the jailer. Does that actually mean that Korthia is, like, some special place? Is it maybe the case that Dreadlords have been going there plotting and scheming for a while? Could it even be the case that the reason why the jailer was so happy to let Denathrius go is that maybe maybe the jailer realized that Sergeant Athreus was actually running a bunch of stuff on the side with his Dreadlords that the jailer maybe didn't know about. Could be the case. Who knows? That is getting a little bit into the wild speculation, but
yeah, I can't imagine I can't imagine that Korthia is going to be this like completely Dreadlord ruled area. But I mean, if it's uncharted waters for even the denizens of the Shadowlands, they are likely going to be, you know, they'll have little pockets. I mean, if they were leaving stuff lying around Revendreth that talked about the true plans, I mean, there'll at least be some hidden stuff going on that we can find.
Yeah. So Jay-Z, the rapper who was in our chat, thank you for the super chat. Actually, one thing we're going to be doing in the future is a kind of like control the show segment where, you know, via super chats and patrons and stuff, we'll pretty much be doing like segments like this, and they're based on those. So that's something we'll probably do if there's a few super chats left over as we're going through the news. We'll do a little bit of a control the show segment after a few news stories have been covered. So, Jay-Z, thank you for the super chat. I think that was actually a really fun discussion you got us
great.
into.
Yep, it was fantastic.
Super chat from Jay-Z confirming that he is, in fact, not the rapper. Thank you for the super chat. I had a suspicion it wasn't Jay-Z, to be honest, but there you go.
What made you say that? I mean, actually, with the sheer amount of celebrity kind of influence in World of Warcraft over the years, I mean, that would be a bit weird for a new ad campaign. World of Warcraft Shadowlands with Jay-Z wouldn't quite be the same as Mr. T or Vin Diesel. But
everyone is horny for Henry Cavill because of The Witcher.
Yep.
And he is a WoW man. So they could probably do that. And yeah, it would probably work.